him if revenge is on the mind of his team.
Yeah, it's one of our goals, certainly, to beat Taunton because of last year, but we're trying to take them one at a time, Mark, and it's just, this happens to be the next game. It's certainly a little special, though.
How about from the opening game, though it is a blowout, though you do get to play a lot of people, can it hurt you blowing a team out like you did in the first game?
No, not really, because, you know, we get 50 kids working very hard out here every day, and 50 kids played in the Braintree game, and that's good for the whole program. So what you might lose in terms of kids not being able to go 4 periods the first unit certainly pays off in the long run, because we get a lot of kids, sophomores, who are going to be good football players, and they get some action in the first game.
Talk about the positives for the people that will be playing, for the most part, in this game. What were they?
Well, definitely, I thought our defense played exceptionally well. We put a lot of points on the board, but the defense is just was outstanding. Our linebackers are very, very good quality linebackers, and they just showed that it's going to be hard to run against us. I thought offensively we did all the things that we thought we could do, and we still have a lot of things that we didn't get a chance to use. So we're very pleased at this point.
Dissect Taunton, it's not exactly the John Castle-led team, but still always a very dangerous team.
Well, Taunton is a big team. You know, over the last 2 years, we both have won 15 games, so you know, I suppose we look upon this as a big game for us, because it's a first league game, and we know Taunton is a quality team, and we certainly have to be ready to play them.
Keys to beating Taunton?
Weather. We'll make sure that we get a good night. Keeping everybody healthy this week. The spirit is great, and we just have to make sure that we don't break down. We're a team that might make mistakes here or there, but we're also an explosive team that can come back. So we just have to keep digging every down and hope that we get a good night weather-wise.
About set to start here at Legion Field as Timmy Stevenson will kick off for the Maroons, as the Tigers have won the toss and elected to receive. They'll be going from right to left. Here as high school football week number 2 about to get underway, and the Tigers, the deep people for them, Eric DeMora, off-camera view, along with Keith Marshall and Jeff Bartell, as the Tigers about set to meet the Maroons. Second week of the season. Stevenson gets the whistle. High kick. Bartell fumbles at the 5. Bartell, however, gets an avenue after fumbling, and then he is pushed out of bounds by John Torlione. And John knocked him out at the 29. As so often happens on a kickoff like that, when the running receiver is about to return and fumbles the football, the team that is coming down to cover so many times slows down and does not cover as hard as they do. As you saw the Taunton offense on your screen, the key person missing from that Taunton offense is Chris Perrone, as sophomore quarterback Eric DeMora gives off on the dive play Jim Riley, as Riley gets it across the 32, about the 32, where he is bottled up there. And the Maroon defense, which had a very good game last week against Braintree, on your screen, as cornerback Jason Capello, who calls the defensive signals. Riley got 2, 2nd and 8. And the Tigers pulling out a 6-all tie last week. Confusion in the backfield, and the Maroon defense, led by linebacker Alex Provost, did that play in, as Jim Riley again with a handoff, unable to go any place. In fact, he lost 2 on the play, as on the blitz, Provost gets him back at the 28. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers, and we'll see what type of passer Eric DeMora is, as DeMora taking over for Keith Riley, as Riley with a bad elbow. And his first pass is complete, and he is the receiver. Matt Ferrari is stuck on the play, as Ferrari was hit by Ed Norton. and Darren Gladstone, who stood him up. It'll be short of the first down by 3 yards, and the Tigers will come out in punt formation. And a bad snap, rolling back towards the end zone. And falling on it at the 1 is Dana Aguilar, the punter. And the Maroons will have it first and goal at the 1 with an opportunity to take the quick lead. And just like last week, the Maroons are set up in great field position on a bad snap from center on the punt. And the Maroon offense.
No, it's on the 1 yard.
7 different people scoring a week ago. As key people in that offense, quarterback Tim Stevenson. Rich Moraz had 125 yards on the ground. And the Maroons only have to go a foot. And we'll see if they go straight ahead right away with either Moraz or Hendrickson, as Hendrickson the lone back. Hendrickson easily for the touchdown. Lou Hendrickson on the dive play just went straight ahead and scores, and the Maroons needed just 3 seconds to take advantage of the bad snap from center to Dana Aguilar on the punt. And a week ago, the Achilles heel for the Maroons was point afters. And they will go for the 2. As it will be Moraz in standing up. Moraz and the Maroons capitalize on the bad snap and take an 8-0 lead with 8:08 to go in the first quarter. About as quick a drive as you want. 3 seconds, 1 play, 1 yard. Lou Hendrickson, after the bad punt snap, gives the Maroons the lead as Tim Stevenson with a high kick.
Get the ball.
And going straight up the middle will be Jeff Bartell, and Bartell gets it out to about the 26, and that's where the Tigers will start. So the Tigers victimized by the bad punt snap. And we'll see how they react to it as they fall behind quickly.
Tim's got the ball.
And straight ahead, and looking like he was going to break it, was Keith Marshall, the Maroon defense there, to make it a 3-yard gain.
I don't know. Does it sound all right out there?
As
No, this is...
Marshall crosses the 30 to the 31. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Provo showing blitz. Counter play with Keith Riley as Riley crosses to about the 34-yard line for 3. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for a Tiger first down. As the Tigers, Keith Riley.
Hang on, don't worry about it.
Slated to be the starting quarterback, but had an arm injury, so Eric DeMora, and timeout on the field. Taunton is confusion on what to do as the Maroons, with 6:56 to go, lead 8-0. Tigers faced with a 3rd down along 2 short 3. Take your pick, as they have stayed on the ground, and they will primarily stay on the ground, it appears, as the deep back in the power I will get the handoff and be stuck by Lou Hendrickson after about a yard gain.
First down.
As Jeff Bartell does does get the first down, they'll say. They said Bartell needed to reach the 37 and did. And it appeared that Bartell did not at first, but apparently being blocked out of the completion of the play. Tigers with a first down at the 37 as Provo showing blitz. As getting outside is Demora, turns the corner, and he cannot get away from Lou Hendrickson.
Demora
trying to get away from Hendrickson and could not. As originally putting the pressure on him was Chris Ferrara back in the lineup for the Maroons. And in trying to turn the corner, Demora did turn it. But Hendrickson on the option attempt.
Second and 12.
It'll be a loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11. As the Maroons have come out trying to blitz. And rattle the sophomore quarterback, who's looking to throw for the first time. Dump off. Riley gets belted from behind after about a 4-yard gain.
Riley on the reception, brought down
As Matt Deedy,
by Matt Deedy.
who is rushing the passer, buckled back and made the tackle as he just walloped Jim Riley from behind after the 4-yard gain. 3rd down and 7.
3rd down, about 7 to go.
Last
Ball's
time in
on the
3rd and
40-yard
long, it was
line.
Matt Priory, who was the receiver for Demora, who will throw again. And the screen. Marshall gets it. Gets away from Gladstone down the sideline. Marshall is caught up to by Gladstone, however, in Weymouth North territory at the
Marshall on the
44.
carry, brought down by Hendrickson.
As Marshall with a first down run. Keith acquired the tailback job a year ago because of an injury to Jeff Bartell in the Weymouth
Moves
North
the ball
game.
up to the Weymouth 45-yard line.
So the Tigers on the screen, and good individual effort because originally Darren Gladstone had the play bottled up. But Marshall got away from the Maroons' strong safety and got the first down. And Demora to throw again under pressure and gets it away, and it's complete, but will be for a loss of 5 as Demora and a flag thrown.
Ted Keith made the
An
tackle.
ineligible receiver as the center.
We have a flag on the play.
Aaron DeLang made the catch, and it's an ineligible receiver and a loss of down. And a penalty that the Maroons will probably take. As Demora, trying to avoid the loss, threw the football away, but right in his center's hands, as it was either Aaron DeLang or one of the Maroon defensive linemen who were charging. As Teddy Keefe with superb pressure on Eric Demora.
Looks like we had an ineligible receiver.
And Jason Capello gets the options explained to him. .4:35 to go, opening period. And it's, no matter which way, it's 5 yards loss of down. You could take the penalty,
2nd down and 15.
or you can take the play, and no matter which way, it's a loss of down. 2nd and 15 from midfield for the Tigers. And the pitch back to Marshall. And he gets met right in the hole, loose football, and they'll say
on the
that
carry.
the play ended.
Lou Henderson made the tackle.
Lou Hendrickson just came blitzing right through the hole and popped Marshall for a loss of 1. And that play had all the appearances of being a little more special than that, as Marshall had the good blocking.
3rd and 16.
Instead, it's a loss of 1, 3rd and 16, and the Tigers have gone to the safe
Ball
routes
on the
with Eric
49-yard
Demora.
of Taunton.
After a year ago where they could go a little bit deeper with a John Castle. Demora, deep over the middle and almost intercepted. Darren Gladstone on the coverage, and he had the better
Pass
avenue
goes
to the ball.
To DeSanto.
It's John DeSanto, the
Bring
intended
up a 4th
receiver,
down.
and Darren Gladstone back in the zone had an easy shot at getting the football. But it went right through his hands, and 4th down, and Dana Avalar who got a bad snap last time in punt formation. Rich Mraz and Chuck Montorio off view will await the kick. And Avalok gets a good snap. Mraz slips and did put the knee down.
Rich Mraz.
Rich trying to bluff his way, but in trying to bluff your way, you have a tendency, if you come up slowly,
20-yard line,
that you will
10,
allow the officials to make the call much easier. And last time we did not get an opportunity to really show you the Tiger defense, the people on it. And we'll get to see them now in action. A year ago, that was the key to Coach Bob Lane's success, was an excellent defense. Straight ahead, dive play, breaking through. Henriksen slips and goes down, or else Henriksen would have had a foot race. Henriksen got to the 36 for 17 and a first down. As Riley will get credit for the tackle, but Henriksen slipping and going down.
First down.
So 2 straight dive plays have gotten the Maroons their first play, a touchdown, and a 16-yard gain. Option, Mraz with Montorio leading. Rich to midfield and in the Taunton territory, where Matt Quiery, the free safety, brings him down, but Rich Mraz with an excellent run of 15 yards. And the Maroons, after the 1-yard touchdown drive, have run 2 plays, 17 and 15 yards.
49-yard line.
So if there was thoughts of the Maroons coming out throwing in this game, they've come out with the ground game and had good success. As on the dive play, check it, Rich Mraz again. Gains about 3.
Rich Mraz.
Jimmy Riley brought him down. As Riley in the hole to meet him. 2nd down and 7 for the Maroons. Stevenson, bootleg pass, overshoots, intended receiver, Danny Daly, and Daly was open as Marshall on the coverage,
3rd and 6.
but Daly was open, and it'll be 3rd down for the Maroons, and they'll need 7 for the first down. Very warm, breezy night, more of a tropical type night. And the Maroons will have the wind in their face at the present time here in this first quarter. It's Mraz coming towards you, Stevenson under pressure, and tried to fire it away as the Tigers had to play well read. Jim Riley and Keith Riley were there to make sure that Tim Stevenson did not have anybody to pass to, as they had good coverage on the play. And also Stevenson, who can run the football quite well, had no avenue. And Stevenson will kick with 2:24 to go here in the opening quarter. As Marshall awaits the kick. And Stevenson just getting it away. Marshall, good speed up the middle. Stevenson, however, is there and is trying to wrestle him down, and does at the 47-yard line.
Bartell on the carry, brought down by
Keith
Stevenson.
Marshall caught it at the 10, went right up the middle, and almost went all the way. But Tim Stevenson fought off his blocker and made the tackle. And the Tigers with excellent field position.
Okay, first down. The ball on the 46.
Dive play, Marshall, Provost there and stops him after a yard gain, as Alex stood right in the gap and made sure that Marshall was not going anywhere on this play.
Dede.
2nd and 9
In on the tackle on Marshall.
49-yard line for the Tigers. Congested situation because of 56. Matt Deedy blocked the counter up.
Cordiglione and Ducher on the tackle.
It'll
Riley
be
was
third
the
down
carrier.
and 9 as Riley lost one on the
Loss
play.
of about a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9.
As the Tigers have basically just tried to hit inside on the Maroons, make something happen here in this first quarter. Demora play action, and it's knocked down by Alex Provost back in his linebacker position
Knocks that pass down.
as he knocked down the pass
Pass was
intended for Jeff Bartell,
4th down.
and it'll be 4th down as Bartell was double covered and Demora tried to force it in there. And with a minute to go here in the first period, Dana Aguilar to punt for the Tigers. And Aguilar gets off a high kick. And it goes out of bounds, and we'll see where it is marked. The Maroon 21, as that is where they will start. First down, Maroons, and a fumble football that Taunton will
Fumble on the
recover.
play. Looks like Taunton's recovered.
The Tigers fall on the football as number 52, Rich Majnik.
Okay, Taunton's going to
Lands on
take
it at
over
the
on the Weymouth
11.
North 11-yard line.
And the Tigers,
First
with
and
49 seconds to go in the first period, have a chance to close the
We have
deficit.
49 seconds left
As
in this
Tim
period.
Stevenson mishandled the handoff. Or as cutting through inside the 10 to about the 8 on the off tackle play is Jeff Bartell. Chris Ferrara on the tackle.
On the tackle of Marshall. Gain of a couple.
2-yard gain, second down. 8 for a first down, 9 for the touchdown. It appeared on that Stevenson fumble whether it was a play-action attempt or it was a situation where it was a missed handoff as Marshall inside gets it to about the 6. Alex Provost and Rich Miraz on the tackle, and that will be the quarter.
And that's the end of the period.
The Maroons took advantage of a bad fumble, bad punt exchange
Bring up.
in that first quarter to go 1 yard for a touchdown as they lead with the Lou Hendrickson capitalization, a 1-yard touchdown run. Rich Miraz 2-point conversion, 8-0, but the Tigers are threatening to begin the second quarter.
Every year, thousands of babies die from choking, suffocating, or other breathing emergencies. Just imagine how many of them could be saved if only they came with instructions. Please learn American Red Cross Infant and Child CPR. American Red Cross. We help you help others.
Second quarter just about to start. The Tigers with a 3rd and 5 and 3rd and 6 for the touchdown. Going off tackle. Instead, it's Demora trying to fire to the corners. Demora with a good play action. Faked everybody in except for the cornerback, David Layton, who was on Matt Fryery. So it's an incomplete pass. 4th down for the Tigers. And the Tigers will spend the timeout.
Brings up a 4th down. And we have a
Second
timeout.
quarter just underway with the Maroons on top, 8-0 over the Tigers. As you look at the Maroon defense faced with a situation where they would like to come up big here. 4th down and 5 from the 6. And Demora just heaving it towards Flyery's direction. And Matt was open as he had Alex Provost on him, and he just fired it up there.
Weymouth takes over.
And Demora showing his inexperience as a sophomore quarterback as the Tigers come up empty after the Stevenson fumble. But Demora showed his inexperience in high school varsity action. A more experienced quarterback might have waited for Flyery, but he just fired it up there and hoping that Matt would run under the football. So the Maroons will get it after stopping the Tigers. Hendrickson, die play, about a yard, maybe 2. Jeff Bartell, top of the pile.
Henderson on the carry.
And bottom of the pile
Stopped by Eucness.
is Francisco Gonzalez.
2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. And not great field position. Stevenson firing it deep and just threw it away.
Pass goes
Marshall on the
incomplete.
coverage because Stevenson had to get rid of it or else get
Send it to
sacked for
Daly.
a safety. As Danny Daly, intended receiver, as the timing pattern that worked a week ago, and Stevenson just threw it, hoping.
3rd and 9.
3rd and 9, and we'll see if the Maroons do go to the pass deep in their own territory. Pitch back, Mirage with a fumble,
Fumble on the play.
and Taunton recovers
Recovered.
as Rich did not get the hands out and didn't pull the ball in, and Lewis Pereira,
Fumble. Covered by Taunton.
as number 61, the defensive tackle, a sophomore, makes the fumble recovery, Lewis Pereira. So the Tigers, who were turned away by the Maroons, get another opportunity.
They're on the 5-yard
And
line.
this time they're on the 5. So 2 Maroon fumbles have given the Tigers an opportunity to get back into this game. As the Maroon defense bottles up the 1st and goal situation.
Matt
Jeff
Deedy on the
Bartell
tackle.
stops by Matt Deedy after about a 2-yard gain, 2nd and goal. And the Maroon defense
2nd and 2.
again having to come up big because of mistakes by the offense. Bartell to the 1. Deedy and Ferrara are there to make the stop.
Marshall brings up a 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
About a yard to go.
And the Tigers go power formation with Marshall the deep back. He gets the call and he is stopped at the 1. Alex Provost, along with Chris Ferrara, in on the stop as Jeff Bartell, the ball carrier. 4th and goal.
Hello.
And the Maroons
Made the stop.
looking to come
4th
up with
down,
the
about
play
a foot for the score.
to keep the Tigers off the scoreboard for a 2nd straight time. As Bartell, the deep back. Quarterback sneak, Demora, touchdown.
Demora
Demora
To the score.
goes in from a yard out as he just went off his right guard and found his way into the end zone. And the Tigers are within 2. It is 8-6. And you have to give the Maroon defense a lot of credit. They have held out of 8 downs inside the 10, 7 of them. But on the 8th, the Tigers do find the scoreboard and will go for the 2, looking for the tie. Demora just fires it away, and you can't advance and go down the other end of the field. And Henriksen caught the ball. He had an opportunity to go the other way for the 2 points, but instead
Alex Provost made the tackle.
is the rush failing on the touchdown run by Eric Demora. 7:22 till half. 8-6, Weymouth North. 4 plays, 5 yards for the Tiger touchdown. As after the fumble recovery by Chris Pereira, it is Dana Avelar squibbing it. And the Maroons will not get the return as Lou Henriksen just fell on the football.
Downs the ball. North will take over
As he
first
took
and 10.
the safe way on that kickoff. So both teams cashing in on the other's
Played the ball on the
mistakes.
23-yard line.
As the Tigers with a bad punt snap and the Maroons getting a 1-yard try. The Tigers recovering a fumble by Rich Miraz, leading to a 5-yard touchdown drive. Other than that, we just bang around between the 30s as Henriksen, or check it, Miraz, to
Rich
the
Miraz
29,
on the carry.
where Jeff Bartell brings him down.
Matt Younkus made the stop.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4 for the Maroons.
Picked up 6 yards on the play.
Stevenson almost has the ball knocked away. Timmy fires back, and Danny Lindblom trapped it. As Stevenson
Pass
trying
to
to
Danny Lindblom.
roll out, had a Tiger get his hand on the football and almost knock it away from him, and almost causing another turnover, something Weymouth North cannot afford to have happen to them after
3rd and 4.
2 straight possessions with turnovers. So it'll be 3rd and 4 and the Stevenson incompletion. Die play crossing the 32, about the 32, and will be very close to a first down depending on where they mark it. And that was Rich Miraz.
Miraz on the carry.
And we'll have a
Referee's timeout. We're going to have a measurement. Matt Dole made that tackle.
Aaron DeLang and Matt Younkus in on the tackle. And by the looks of it, it is going to be very, very close, but short. From the vantage point that I have.
Shot by a foot.
4th and about a foot. And the question being, will the Maroons punt or take the gamble? And Tim Stevenson is also the punter. And the feeling by a lot of coaches, if you can't get that 4th and a foot, you really don't deserve to win games. And the Maroons are going to go for it, and they want to give their offense a chance to keep going. Die play will get it. Miraz close to the 34.
Miraz
He
on
needed
the
a
carry.
foot, and he'd get more than that as the play gets the first
First
down.
down. DeLang made the tackle.
Number 58, Matt Kroll, in on the stop. So the Maroons getting the first down as they are staying on the ground with Henriksen getting across the 35 to the 36.
Barrage on the carry. Priory makes the tackle. Gain of about a yard. It's second and 9.
Priory in on the stop. Second and 9.
Ball is on the 36-yard line.
5:30 and counting left in the first half, and it's been more or less a struggle so far between these two teams. Play action, Stevenson will keep. 40, Timmy, 50, Stevenson in the clear and brought down from behind at the Taunton 31.
Stevenson on the carry.
By Matt Priory.
Down by Priory.
As Stevenson had wide open territory, and he just turned it upfield, and he just took off, and they'll mark it at the Tiger 33, and a first down for the Maroons.
25-yard scamper by Mr. Stevenson.
And Stevenson, that can open up
to the 33-yard
an offense
line.
and make the Tigers much more wary of a passing situation. Strazzeri, his first carry, gets into the 41.
Strazzeri on the carry.
Jeff Bartell brought him down after the 2-yard gain of Strazzeri a week ago. 4 carries, 66 yards, and the big carry was that electrifying 63-yard scamper.
Gain of 2, second and 8.
It was about 63 to about 83 yards cross field. Second and 8. Mraz heads off in motion. Stevenson to Mraz, who drops it. Forward pass that is incomplete, and
That goes
Mraz
incomplete to Mirage.
was trying to be put 1-on-1 against Matt Priory, the Tiger free
Bring up
safety.
third down and 8.
One of the few returning veterans to that Tiger defense. Third and 8. Stevenson overshoots intended receiver Chuck Montorio.
Pass incomplete to Montorio.
As Montorio had the step on the defensive back, Dana Avalar. But Timmy led Chuck a little too far, and it'll be fourth down.
Fourth and 8.
And a situation where the Maroons will probably go for it. Mraz, halfback option, wide open, and Danny Lindblom had 6. It will be one that Danny Lindblom will see in his sleep.
Incomplete to Lindblom.
And the Maroons had 6 written all over it. Well-disguised play. And Rich Mraz, who was the backup quarterback a year ago, had an open Danny Lindblom. And the Tigers dodge a bullet. To use that cliche, you have to, because that was 6 written all over it. Bartell on the counter, and that is snuffed out. Sean Small, the nose tackle.
Sean Small
Along with
on the tackle.
56, Matt Deedy, who's been on a few tackles so far.
Chris Ferreira.
Snuffed that play out for a loss of 2. Second and 12.
Loss on the play. Second and 13.
Demora runs out of time and completes the short, quick pass to Keith Riley for about 5.
Riley.
Alex Propos in on the coverage as he grabbed Riley as soon as he caught it. Third down and
3rd and
7 for a first down for Taunton.
Ball is on the 34-yard line.
As Eric DeMoro was running out of time and had to get to a short receiver. DeMoro on third down with pressure. Capello almost intercepts, as does Ferrara. Both of them had the opportunity on the screen, and Capello, if he caught it, was gone. It went off Marshall's hands as Keith on the screen just couldn't hang on.
Goes incomplete to
And
Marshall.
Jason Capello had 6
Brings
the
up a
other
fourth
way.
Down.
And so far, the Maroons have had 2 opportunities where people have hung on. They would have had touchdowns. And Dana Avalar to punt. Line drive kick that drives over Mraz's head. And Rich will not go after it, as it goes down at the 24-yard line. Marshall putting his hands on it. .43-yard kick.
Punt.
As
Brings the ball
Marshall
down to the
drilled it.
Weymouth North 22-yard line.
Marshall collected
It'll
what
be
was
first and
drilled
10
by
for Weymouth.
Avalar. As Avalar just hit it on the line. And Stevenson and the Maroons with 2:36 to go in the first half at their own 24. Mraz on the sweep. Rich breaks loose
Barrage
and
on
goes
the carry.
sliding down at the 35 and a first down. Keith Marshall in on the stop.
First down. No, made the tackle.
Maroons at times have run the ball extremely well. The passing game yet to get going. Stevenson, the short one to Hendrickson. 40. Hendrickson gets away. One couple people a beat, and Lou will go all the way to the Tiger 35 and a first down.
Henderson.
And a timeout as Hendrickson just ran through Tiger tacklers to the
20
Tiger
yards. Timeout.
35. And the Maroons will take a timeout with 2:05 to go after the gorgeous run by Lou Hendrickson,
Fiery made the tackle on
which
Mr.
got him from the
Henderson's
35
fine run.
of Weymouth North to the 35 of Taunton. 30 yards in all, and the Maroons up 8-6 are on the march. 2:05 to go in the first half, and the Maroons on that Lou Hendrickson just slam-bang run after catching the pass, looking to capitalize as Rich Mraz, 25, and now at the 23 as he's brought
Richie
down,
Mraz.
kept in bounds.
On the run.
And Mraz getting a first down on the 12-yard gain. Marshall in on the tackle. But the Maroons have been able to do a couple of things quite well, is run the football with Mraz at times, and Lou Hendrickson on a couple of plays has also had good success. Play action. Stevenson running out of time, floats one, and Montorio catches it on the rebound, but it had been dropped by Matt Friery,
Pass goes incomplete to
number
Montorio.
89, as Stevenson just simply ran out of time.
Brings up second down. We have 1:40 left in the half.
Good pressure from up the middle.
Ball is on the
Aaron
24-yard
Delang
line of Taunton.
putting on the excellent pressure and forcing Stevenson just to flail it up there. Stevenson, the quick hitter. Eddie Norton, his first catch of the
Pass complete to
season.
Daly.
As as Norton, who had not caught a
brought him down.
pass last week, makes the catch, and it is a 4-yard gain.
Timeout, Weymouth.
Weymouth North will take a
about
timeout.
4 yards on the play.
As the Maroons, with an 8-6 lead, when we come back, I'll have a big third down play coming up. So far, Weymouth North has not had the great success with the air game that they had a week ago, and Tim Stevenson at times has been pressured, but has also floated a few, and it's going to be 3rd and 12 coming up.
Flag on the play.
As offensive guard Ted Murich shifted out of his 3-point stance. 3rd down and 12.
Procedure call.
With 1:30 left.
5-yard penalty.
And Ed Norton going in for Danny Daly, maybe with a change-up as far as the play does go. That will be called with a different situation. Could be called back for procedure as Henriksen on
the play.
Green, and it will be. 2 men went in motion at the same time, which is illegal. And let's see if it came before the snap of the ball. That would be the only thing, because Taunton will deny the penalty if it came after the snap. Procedure, Weymouth North will be refused.
Penalty is refused.
4th down and 12.
4th and a long 13.
So the Maroons are hurting themselves after moving the ball quite nicely, especially with the running game of Rich Mraz and the pass to Lou Henriksen. And they are faced with 4th and 13. Tigers show blitz. Stevenson on the bootleg pass, going deep. And for Danny Lindblom, but Keith Riley had Lindblom bottled up nicely.
Incomplete to
and the Tigers will take over with 1:21 to go here in the half. So the Tigers have been bending but not breaking. And the same could be said for the Maroons. A reminder at halftime, we'll have Weymouth South Marshfield highlights for you. There's the Wildcats and the Rams.
1st and 10.
Going at it at Anderson Field. They go at it.
Ball's on the 25-yard line.
On Saturday, pass as Demora. Why is it out there?
Intercepted.
Darren Gladstone with the interception as John DeSanto was the intended receiver, but Darren Gladstone just came back and grabbed the pass that was a wounded duck by Demora. And the Maroons will have it at their own 49-yard line, and they will have 1:14 to try to make something happen.
We had a penalty called.
Yes, there was a penalty on Taunton, and I believe it was Eric Demora over the line of scrimmage.
On their own 49-yard line. 1:14 left in the period.
And we'll see how the Maroons attack the final 1:14. They have not been able to have the consistent passing game so far. The running game has been very, very strong at times. Play action, Stevenson trying to get away from the pressure. Deep, and Eddie Norton cannot get to it as it was overthrown.
Pass incomplete to Ed Norton.
Eddie Norton was open. He was behind the coverage of Dana Avalar. And in an 8-6 game, the Weymouth North looking to add to the lead and have had the opportunities to do just that. New center for Weymouth North, Billy Murphy, apparently was shaking up Alex Provost. Not between the snaps. Double reverse, it is Montorio turning the corner. Montorio with a stiff arm and brought down at the 42
On the reverse.
by Dana Aguilar in the
Fine
double
run by
reverse.
Chuck Montorio.
Gets the Maroons very close to a first down. As we'll see where it is, it's Chuck
Marshall makes a
Montorio.
stop. Pick up of 8 yards
Got
on that
9 on the play. And with 55 seconds to go,
down
Weymouth
to
North will
55
take a
seconds.
timeout.
Third down. 2 to go for the first down.
And picking up the play after the timeout, it is going to be Rich Mraz for the first down.
Mirage on the carry.
As Mraz straight ahead. Got more than enough for the first
Made
down.
the tackle. We have a flag.
Matt Yunkin's on the tackle. Yunkin on the tackle and a marker down. Being discussed with Taunton, and it could come back. Illegal procedure,
Illegal
Weymouth
procedure
North.
called against Weymouth.
It's Matt Yunkness.
Third down.
With the stop, third down, and now 7 for a first down for the Maroons, who have hurt themselves with mistakes here in the first half. Play action. Stevenson rifles one from Mraz. Fryery on the coverage.
Pass is
The
incomplete.
pass was by both of them, and it'll be fourth down. 29 seconds to go in the first half. And Weymouth North. We'll see what their decision is on fourth down. Fact of the matter is, it is Weymouth North that has hurt themselves so far. They've moved the ball and just have not finished off anything here in this first half. Stevenson deep and overthrows Mraz.
Incomplete. Taunton will take over.
And the Tigers get the football with 24 seconds left. As Timmy Stevenson so far has had a tendency to overthrow his receivers here in this first half. And we'll see if the Tigers play conservatively and call it quits for the first half, or will they try to air it out with Eric DeMora. DeMora, deep, incomplete, intended for Dana Aguilar.
Pass goes incomplete to Arbella.
Eddie Norton back on the coverage. Second down and 10 with 19 seconds left. It was a very fast-paced first half that has slowed down here late in the half because both teams trying to throw the ball. Drop play. Marshall gets submarine, gets away, then Mraz says, how do you do? Rich Mraz with a wicked tackle.
Riley brought down by Rich Mraz.
And timeout Taunton with 8 seconds left. And Rich Mraz with a wicked tackle.
Timeout with 8.
8 seconds to go. Third down and 7. At the 47. Toss back, Marshall looking to throw. Instead keeps 40, 30, and this could be trouble. And Marshall grabbed and brought down at the 20. As the
Marshall on the
half
carry.
comes to an
Brought
end.
down by Daly and Rich Mirage.
Sometimes those are the most dangerous plays. Those type of plays. As the first half comes to an end, a bad snap to punter Dana Avalar set up the Maroon touchdown by Lou Henriksen. Rich Mirage on the two-point conversion. And Taunton took advantage of a fumble by the Maroons that was recovered and turned into a 5-yard touchdown drive. It's Eric Demora on the 1-yard run. At halftime, Maroons 8, Tigers 6. Wildcat Ram highlights coming up for you at halftime, as well as second half action. So stay with us here on Dimension 36.
Hi, I'm film critic Bob Icardi. I hope you'll watch The Screening Room 3 times a week here on Dimension Cable, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. I'll review the new movies and tell you whether they're worthwhile or worthless. Now, I'll have plenty of great film clips to show you, too. So join me, Bob Icardi, in The Screening Room 3 nights a week here on Dimension Cable.
The Wildcats of Weymouth South were looking to even their record at a victory and a loss as they traveled to Marshfield to take on the Rams, who defeated Scituate in their opener 13-9. And it was not a good start for Coach Bart Weber's football team as Sean Boney on the third play of the game picks off this J.J. Chella pass at the Weymouth South 20. But the Rams are unable to capitalize as on 4th and goal, Mike Manning stuffed by the Weymouth South defense, and the Wildcats turned back a Marshfield opportunity. But the Rams get another opportunity as they will get the ball after a punt at the Wildcat 45, and Mike Manning on the option brings the Rams goalward with this dazzling 30-yard run on the option. He will finally be brought down by Joe Broderick and Alan Good at the Weymouth South 15. It would lead to this Brian Thomas 1-yard touchdown run. Point after no good, 6-0 Marshfield. But Weymouth South comes right back, and Coach Bart Weber's team with a very, very pretty 67-yard drive. What got it started was this J.J. Chella to Joe Broderick 10-yard pass for a first down. And what really got it going was the running of Ronnie Fernandez. Fernandez would have 48 yards running on this drive. Fernandez with 21 of them here to the Marshfield 2. It would set up with 25 seconds to go in the first period. This Ronnie Fernandez 2-yard touchdown run. Bobby Layton hits the point after, and the Wildcats take a 7-6 lead after a quarter. Second quarter, a bad punt snap hurts the Wildcats, and Marshfield takes advantage. Steve Ruizzi, the sophomore quarterback, on this keeper to the Wildcats 16, where later on he would score to finish off the drive on this 1-yard quarterback sneak. 2-point conversion was good, 14-6 Marshfield midway through the second quarter. But the Wildcats come back with the passing game of J.J. Chella. First to Bobby Layton. Well, not your best start, but still the pass complete by Chella to Layton, and Layton, who at 160 looked like he was 220 pounds on that play. Then a little bit of trickery. Ronnie Fernandez on a 4th down halfback option. Bobby Layton all alone. Touchdown Weymouth South. However, they missed the point after kick. 14-13 Marshfield at the break. And the reason it was that way, because the Weymouth South defense was starting to get stronger. Alan Good with this pass interception at the end of the half. To the third quarter we go, and Weymouth South had the opportunities to take the lead. But here Adam Chetwin intercepts this J.J. Chella pass, stopping a Weymouth South threat. Marshfield, however, capitalizes and extends the lead when Steve Ruizzi hits Frank Boney with this 62-yard bomb. 21-13. The Rams would push the lead too. As late in the third quarter, Weymouth South comes back. Ronnie Fernandez, who had quite a day for himself with this first down run in the Marshfield territory. And Chad Moore, the sophomore, had also a good day for himself with this 14-yard run. Heading into the fourth quarter was when Weymouth South drew even closer, in fact would tie the game. It would come when J.J. Chella, on beautiful play action, finds a wide open Todd Cusick, who rumbles just into the end zone for the touchdown. Chella would rush for the 2-point conversion, 21-21. But probably the best way to describe the fourth quarter is the final 2 minutes. Marshfield with the ball in their own territory. Ruizzi back to pass, intercepted Joe Broderick. Broderick will take it back to the Marshfield 19. Good opportunity for the Wildcats to win the game. Very next play, however, J.J. Chelleback intercepted. Sean Boney, his second of the game. And Marshfield would stop the Weymouth South threat and create one of their own. Steve Ruiz, remember this play earlier that scored a touchdown for the Rams? Well, it sets up the game-winning touchdown as Boney, Frank Boney that is finally brought down at the 5 by Mike Regan. Very next play, Ruiz flares it out for Mark Picard, and the junior tight end tight ropes his way into the end zone for the touchdown. 28-21, Marshfield.
Two-point conversion as Dana Avalar took kickoff. And Rich Mraz, Chuck Montorio await Avalar's kick. Skidding kick. Mraz up.
Ball on their own 38, 39-yard line.
Who outgained the Tigers in the first half. We'll try to get things going. The passing game of Tim Stevenson suffering in that first half. As Timmy 6 for 10 in the first game, struggled here to begin week number 2. Mraz on the sweep, gets away. Rich 50 and into Taunton territory.
Rich Mraz.
Aaron DeLang had a good shot at getting Mraz behind the line of scrimmage, but Aaron saw Mraz pull away from him.
Made the stop.
As Mraz gained 16.
20 yards gain on that play.
First down. As Rich stumbled towards the end of that run and finally went down. Chuck Montorio.
Montorio on the dive.
Dives to about the 43. And number 66.
Tom Bunn made the stop.
Tom Bunn, the linebacker, in on the stop. As Montorio and the Maroons will have a 2nd and 7 coming up. And we'll see if they stay on the ground a little while longer, where they've had the good success. Mraz on the sweep. Rich runs into traffic.
Mraz
and is pushed out at the 42 by number 42, Ryan Langhurst, as he was there to bottle the play up. 3rd down and 6 to go for the Maroons. As they're at the 42, they have to reach just over the 36th-yard line. And Stevenson and company will probably go to the air. Stevenson keeps instead and is close.
Stevenson on the keeper, close to the first down.
He faked to Henriksen, and Henriksen was banged, then Stevenson saw the open avenue and took off. 56, Matt Youngkiss, and 58.
Looks like 4th and 1 yard for the
and
first down.
It'll be 4th and about 2 feet for a first down.
Ball is on the 36-yard line.
And the Tigers beef it up as far as the front wall does go. First down and more for Rich Mraz as he gets it to the 33.
Mraz for the first down.
As Matt Kroll had him by the shoe tops, and then he had help from Ryan Langhurst to bring him down. So Weymouth North feeling that they can grind out some yardage on the ground, wear out the Tigers, who have been on defense for a little while, and Stevenson deep. Incomplete. Danny Lindblom got tangled up with Keith Riley. And Stevenson overthrew both of them. And that's why no pass interference called on that play. Second and 10 with 7:56 to go here in the third period. 8-6 Weymouth North. Play action, Stevenson. Dump off. Hendrickson hangs on and is wrestled out at about the 27, 26-yard line by Matt Kroll.
Norrell made the tackle. Brings up the third down.
Third down as the gain nearly 7 for the Maroon junior fullback.
3rd and 4.
As Kroll followed Hendrickson, but Hendrickson just behind Kroll and making the reception. Pitch back, Mraz. Good running room for Richard. Inside the 15 and Mraz to the 13 and a first down. Matt Fryer and Dina Avila in on the stop, but Rich Mraz
By Montorio that gave him an extra 5 yards.
Montorio and gets the first down as they'll mark it at the 13-yard line.
First down.
Pitch back, Shrezeri cuts it in. Shrezeri gets walloped at about the 11.
Shrezeri on the carry.
Marshall was there to make the stop as Bartel held Shrezeri, and then Marshall put him away in the sophomore.
Made the tackle.
Was nailed after a 2-yard gain.
It'll be 2nd and 8.
Second and 8. Stevenson will keep. Stevenson inside the 10. Touchdown.
Stevenson on the clipper. Yard scamper by Stevenson.
Timmy Stevenson from 13 yards out gives the Maroons an 8-point lead. As on the quarterback sneak, he just turned the corner and took off, and the Maroons for the first 3:53 have held the football and have driven from their own 38 to the Tiger end zone, and they will go for the point after kick. Tim Stevenson out of the hold of Rich Mraz. Stevenson nails it.
Good as gold.
And the Maroons are up by 9 on the Stevenson point after kick and touchdown run. A 62-yard drive has given Weymouth North a 9-point lead, and Stevenson, who scored the touchdown, will kick off. And he drills it. Jeff Bartel at the 5. Daly is there to block it up
Daly.
at the 28-yard line.
Marshall on the carry on the run back.
Hey. First down Tigers at the 28-yard line, and unfortunately, you can hear the commotion in the background. We have got more action going on behind us. Straight ahead goes Marshall for about 1. Eddie Norton.
Stopped by the left side of the Weymouth defense.
In on the stop.
Gain of about a half a yard.
Along with 51, Teddy Keefe. And the near commotion is at least settling down a little bit. Demora on the play action. action, and wide open is Fryery, who makes the catch at the 39. And that will be a first down for the Tigers. As off the play action, Matt Fryery was open.
Fryery on the reception. First down.
.505 and count.
Ball is on the 39-yard line. First and 10.
On the counter. Instead, it's knocked in the air. Intercepted. David Layton. David Layton with a sensational play.
Weymouth recovers.
As Eric Demora faked on the counter and rolled out and had it knocked away. And David Layton
grabbed that ball.
Ends up with the football as the Maroon cornerback with a very nice play. Weymouth North up 15-6, has it at the Tiger 34, and can expand upon the lead. Mraz on the sweep, gets away. Inside the 30, and Rich tucks the ball in as Dana Avalar is there to knock him down at the 27-yard line, along with Tom Bunn.
In on the tackle.
But to go back to that play, it was a fake on the counter with Jeff Bartell, and then Demora on the rollout as Eric
also assisted
on the rollout.
Second down, about 4 to go.
Just could not keep control of the football as David Layton took it away, and the play gives the Maroons the football back. As Lou Hendrickson
on the carry.
On the straight ahead off tackle play is stopped by Matt Fryery.
Aaron DeLang.
As Matt very dirty short at the moment. 3rd and 3. And the Maroons have just made no bones about it here in the 3rd period. They're going to grind it out on Taunton and try to wear them down. Montorio in motion, and it's Hendrickson on the dive across the 25.
Hendrickson on the carry again.
And he will be very close to a first down as Jeff Bartell hit him by the ankles and makes the tackle. They'll measure.
Timeout for a measurement.
Lou Hendrickson. Very close to first down yardage. 15-6, 3:11 left. 3rd period. And Hendrickson does get the first down.
First down.
So the Maroons maintain possession with a first down from the 24. Stevenson bootleg in trouble, and Timmy's going to be sandwiched by Matt Kroll back at the 29-yard line as Kroll was there to make the tackle.
Loss on the play.
Second down.
Walker
and 14
on that tackle also.
At the 29-yard line, they'll mark it. Mraz on the option. Mraz gets banged at the football, but maintains possession and gets it to the 20. As Kroll on the tackle again, and he is slow getting up. As Matt shaken up. He got his helmet on the ball. And Mraz almost went through him. As we go under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Third down and 7. Hendrickson draw. Very nice play on the draw as Hendrickson gets it to the 19. Good defense by number 63 for the Tigers.
Willis made the
Brayton
tackle.
Willis.
Brings up a fourth down.
Fourth down and 5. And the Maroons definitely going for it.
Flag on the play.
Took too much time, did Weymouth North. It will cost them 5 and make it 4th and 11.
Delay a game.
And quarterback Tim Stevenson looks to the bench to see what's going to be called now in the different situation. That is twice the Maroons have hurt themselves in a 3rd and long and 4th and long, where they have been bumped back instead of 3rd and 7 or 4th and 7. They have been bumped back to double digits. Mraz halfback option. Great catch, touchdown! Danny Lindblom with a sensational catch.
Lindblom on an unbelievable catch. Going down, he tagged that ball for the
Circus catch, Danny Lindblom.
right in.
As Danny Lindblom on the halfback option last time dropped it, this time he kept the concentration, and the Maroons increased the lead. Montorio on the reverse.
Montorio.
Gets it.
Chip Montorio.
Chip Montorio on the reverse comes in for the 2-point conversion, and the Maroons take advantage of the David Layton interception and drive for the touchdown to lead 23-6. After touchdown on the 4th down play, Rich Mraz on the halfback option to Danny Lindblom, and the Maroons have come out fighting here in the 3rd period as Keith Marshall, 20. Marshall to about the 25-yard line.
Brought down by Eddie Norton.
Eddie Norton in on the tackle.
We have 26 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
And the Maroons have taken an 8-6 lead and have expanded it. As movement in the lines, as the Tigers' left side did move.
Illegal procedure call against Taunton.
And the Tigers are falling apart. Garrett DeMello, the left guard, raised himself just a little. And the legal procedure has cost Taunton.
Ball was on Taunton's 20-yard line.
And one thing you gotta love here in this 3rd quarter for the Maroons is the fact that they have come out ready to play. As Coach Joe Kelly has said to me, they are an explosive team, and they have shown it. Chris Ferrara bottles that play up as Keith Marshall
Jason Capello on the
is
tackle.
brought down in the backfield.
Was the
No gain, as Jason Capello will get credit for the tackle, but it has got to be the play of Chris Ferrara who bottled it up. And the third period will come to an end.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And it was all Maroons in that third period as they just took over this contest. 23-6, Weymouth North heading into the final 10.
Hi, I'm Skip from the Weymouth Board of Health, here to tell parents about our child safety and injury prevention program. Did you know that 70% of all accidents that occur to children under 6 years of age happen in the home? Don't let an unnecessary accident happen to your child. Before your child takes his first steps, why don't you take your first step and call 331-WANT for your free home safety check. Remember, kids are only human.
The cheering has belonged to Weymouth North in this
14,
game.
The ball on the 21-yard
As
line.
we get ready for the fourth quarter with the Maroons on top, 23-8, and the Tigers second down and 14, and Eric DeMora will have to go to the air for the most of the game that is remaining, and Chris Ferrara will not make it easy for him as Ferrara
on the sack.
from his defensive end position with the sack. Back to the 14-yard line. And you have to hesitate with the soccer markings down as far as yard markers do go. And a very gusty breeze picking up. And the quick kick.
We have a flag on the play.
As a marker down. Coach Bob Lane gets out of the way of that kick. And the marker in the Taunton backfield. And believe it is a legal procedure on the Tigers.
Offside against Weymouth.
Offsides Maroons. And the Tigers will probably want to take that again because the ball is still in their territory. The options being discussed. .9:13 left. And let's tell you, next week we'll be right back here at Legion Field, Friday night football, Weymouth South and Quincy. With highlights the Weymouth North Plymouth game, which ought to be attending.
Against Weymouth.
And originally drawing up the schedule, the fact was Romano Field is one of the tougher fields to do a game from. And apparently they have a brand new press box and facilities that we found out later on as the halfback option, and it's Marshall intercepted Rich Miraz.
Miraz on the interception.
And you talk about gaining some yardage out of it. Weymouth North does. As John DeSanto, the intended receiver, but Marshall came up short, and Miraz the interception.
The ball is on the 35-yard line of Taunton.
As the punt by Marshall went out at the 41 of Taunton, and instead, Weymouth North on the Miraz interception gets it at the 35. So the Maroons can add the knockout punch if they could push it in. With a touchdown drive here. And Stevenson was looking for that punch. Danny Lindblom had it go off his hands. Danny having a feast or famine type night. That great catch on the halfback option was a thing of beauty. On the sweep. Rich waits for his blocking. The form gets inside the 25.
Miraz on the carry.
And it's down at the 24-yard line and a first down.
Gain of about 13 yards.
As Dana Avalar on the stop and Rich Miraz having a big game. As the Maroons making the sweep pay dividends.
Dana Avalar made that tackle.
2:45 and counting to go. And the Maroons in no hurry, up by 17. Mirage straight ahead.
We have a flag on the play.
A marker down.
Mirage was the ball carrier.
Matt Kroll, 58 on the tackle.
Jeff Bartell made the tackle.
And let's see what the marker is. Illegal formation, Taunton. It's a call that has been...
Too many men on the field against Taunton.
And that's why it's an illegal formation. As Tim Stevenson has it explained to him, and the Maroons probably taking the penalty. And that will be a first down major penalty. So the Tigers hurting themselves here in the second half. And a penalty that will be marked to about the 12.
Advances the ball for a first down.
And the Tigers in a situation where they have to come up big,
line.
or else the Maroons can just put this game completely away. Stevenson, Montorio on the reverse, and Taunton read that well.
Caught behind the line of scrimmage. Matt Knoll was the tackler.
As number 56 for the Tigers, Matt Younkus
Ball moves out to
made a good play to lead the tacklers and start the play as Montorio loses 9 on the play, 2nd and 19. Stevenson trying to avoid the pressure and will not be successful.
Brought down for no gain.
Matt Kroll, who's played a fabulous game for the Tigers with the tackle, as Timmy for no gain, 3rd and 19.
3rd and 19.
7:15 to go in the game. And the Maroons on top by 17. As they came out in the second half, a much more polished team. Stevenson fumbles, Montorio picks it up.
Recovered by Weymouth.
And Montorio almost gets it back to the line of scrimmage as Stevenson had it stripped from him.
Montorio picked up that fumble.
And Weymouth North going backwards. We'll have a 4th and 20. Even if they do not score on this possession, they have taken off some time and left Taunton in exactly the best field position. And now
flag on the play.
Montorio and Mirage both moving before the snap, and illegal procedure Weymouth North. The positives
illegal procedure called against Weymouth North.
For Weymouth North have been excellent defense. Very ferocious offense at times with the ground game. The negatives have been the penalties and the inconsistent passing game. Stevenson, deep over the middle, Montorio with the reception, and Chuck will be short of a first down, but Chuck Montorio shows why he is an excellent athlete with the hands, with a great reception, but Chuck just could not get the first down.
Keith Marshall made the tackle on Mr. Montorio.
Maroons will give the Tigers the football back.
Taunton will take over 1st and 10.
With 5:51 to go and trailing 23-6, but the Tigers have got to go 86
down to 5:51 to play. Mirage.
And the Maroons celebrate
Runs it back 35 yards.
in a very chaotic fashion.
Rich Mirage.
But the Maroons have come out to play here in the second half and are just running away as Mirage from his safety position just read it perfectly, and he just followed the wall for the touchdown. And Tim Stevenson will go for the point after kick. With 5:39 left.
And right as rain.
Tim Stevenson, 2 for 2, point after kick. Weymouth North. As Joe Kelly says, they're an explosive team, and in the second half, they have done just that. They have just exploded for 22 unanswered points. A lot of celebration if you're a Maroon fan, especially here in the second half. As Weymouth North led 8-6 at halftime and has come out here in the second half with 3 touchdowns. The last being the Rich Mirage interception return. And the squib kick. Bartell having trouble. Bartell gets submarined at the 20. And the Maroons will be going to 2-0.
Danny Daly made the tackle.
As 5:34, that's all that is left. And the Maroons are playing against the clock.
The Downs on their own 20-yard line.
And the threat of rain, and we've been fortunate, has held off. And the defending Old Colony League champions have run into the team that 2 years ago were co-champs. Draw play, Marshall, and how do you do, Rich Mirage? Twice Mirage has done that on draw plays. He has leveled
The stone wall.
Tiger running backs, and both times being Keith Marshall.
On that carry.
And Rich,
Second down and 4.
some of the fans noticed that he was heading out of the game, and he deserves the applause for a fine effort. Demora to Bartell on the swing, and Jason Capello came up from his cornerback position and played that extremely well.
On the tackle. Marshall on the carry.
After the drop play got 6 for Marshall, Jeff Bartell on the swing is hit for a loss of 4, 3rd down and 8.
Good knee.
And fresh maroon and gold shirts are into the game and getting their time. And next week, Plymouth, who is considered to be the team to beat, and Weymouth North going down to Romano Field. And we'll see what happens there as Marshall on the option gets away from Provost. Montorio, his 4th interception of the season.
Interception. Slips and falls. Montorio.
2 years ago, Weymouth North won the OCL title and intercepted 28 passes, if memory serves me correct. They had 4 last week. And this week, David Layton, Rich Mirage have interceptions. Mirage taking his back for a touchdown. Check Montorio with an interception. As the Maroons have just totally taken this game over. And the second team with some work is Keith Struzeri to the 34.
Struzeri on the carry. Tripped up as he went through the line.
3:50 to go.
Noel made the trip up.
And the
the celebration can begin for Weymouth North. A reminder, we'll be with Weymouth South next week in their game with Quincy here at Legion Field. Highlights of that Maroon Plymouth game, and that ought to be a war. Daily option. Scherzeri turns the corner, and Scherzeri rumbles all the way inside the 20 to the 19.
First down, pushed out of bounds by Brian Pinkham and Marshall.
And right now, Taunton has got to be feeling frustrated. The Maroons have come back against Taunton this year, and the old statement about payback. And the Maroons are doing just that. Mike Canina with his first carry of the game to the 16.
Mike Canina on the carry.
As Canina,
Taunton made the tackle.
Sean Thornton in on the tackle.
Pick up a 3.
3 to go.
2nd and 7.
And that's all the Maroons are from going 2-0. And the defense, from the first team defense that is, did not allow a point last week. They allowed one this week and was on a 5-yard situation as Daly on the option. Darren Gladstone turns the corner inside the 5, and Darren almost breaking it in for the touchdown. But Darren was corralled finally.
Gladstone on the sweep.
As Darren Gladstone gets it to the 1. And the Maroons' second team doing what the first team was doing. There's a lot of confusion on who to be in there right now. First and goal. Fullback Jason Capello for the touchdown.
Jason Capello slams in for the touchdown. Capello.
Jason Capello on the dive play scores, and Weymouth North, you talk about a second half. 8-6 at halftime, and the Maroons have scored 28 straight points, looking for more. And if 2-year hiatus, 2-year career of Bob Lane at Taunton, I cannot remember his team being drubbed this badly. As Scherzeri strolls in for the 2.
Scherzeri runs it in for the 2 points.
2:36 left. And it's lights out in this one, as it is all Weymouth North. 38-6. Impressively, the Maroons.
Fine block in there by Canyon.
After the Czech Montorio interception, Weymouth North adds to the lead. 43 first half points last week. 30 check that second half points this week. And the Tigers will have the football with 2:30 left.
John Serafini
at their own 25. As Ryan Langhurst,
ball is spotted on the 25-yard line
with the kickoff return. And the Maroons to go 2-0 and get ready for Plymouth, which ought to be a very interesting football game. (38-6), and if you just saw the first half and just came back and flipped us on, what a second half. Straight ahead, and fumbling the football, and Weymouth North will recover as Armando Walker loses the football. And everything going wrong for the Tigers here in the second half. Armando Walker with a good run. As number 72, P.J. Bronchuk.
Recover that fumble.
A sophomore linebacker gets his chance for his name in the papers with a fumble recovery. .220 left, and that's all the Maroons will have to kill. And after the kick out, we'll talk about it after this play. Mike Canina inside the 30 to the 29.
Mike on the carry. Texeria made the tackle.
Darren Gladstone as we pick it up. Darren inside the 20 and out at the 17. Dana Avalar on the tackle. And the Maroons
throw a block that took
running backs
from Taunton down.
Second string running backs are having quite a day for themselves.
First down.
And when your passing game isn't going like it was for Weymouth North, your running game is just clicking. Daly just throws it away, and Danny comes back and recovers.
Recovered by Daly.
As Danny just flipped the ball backwards, and he was looking for his left halfback. Second and 20, and Weymouth North just trying to grind the clock out and go home happy as the Maroons go now to another set of running backs. Daly having trouble.
Looks like it was recovered by Daly.
Danny Daly in the last two plays after guiding the Maroons very proficiently. Struggling here as we go to a minute to go. And what a second half for the team on your screen. Very, very strong second half. 30 points. Daly and the Maroons going backwards, and Taunton has it. About the only positive for Taunton in the second half is this fumble recovery by John Texera. Other than that, it has been all Weymouth North. So the Maroons, with 40 seconds left, start thinking about Plymouth. And the Tigers start thinking about their next game and try to regroup and look for victory number one as the defending OCL champs get a rude awakening in the OCL opener. And if you start throwing MVP awards in this game, you have to look to the defense first.
5-yard penalty.
While the offense struggled, the defense was solid throughout and enabled the Maroons until they get themselves going on the offensive end of things to get going.
First and 15.
Dive play and bottle up in the middle. Was Armando Walker.
Center of the Weymouth line.
And the final seconds ticking down here at Legion Field as we'll start flashing the scoring on your screen. And Weymouth North just 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. One more play to be run. And we'll finish off the scoring as Weymouth North and Eric Demora flipping it out to Bartell. Bartell down the sidelines, pushed out on the final play by 36, Eric Dutcher, and the Maroons will celebrate. As you look at the scoring the second half, all Weymouth North, they were just dominant in punishing Taunton 38-6. The Maroons go to 2-0. The Tigers drop to 0-1-1 as we will wrap things up. As as Weymouth North 30 second half points and pummeling Taunton 38-6. For everybody at Dimension 36, we're glad you joined us.